Howdy folks, Effing Controller here, back with more Crusader Kings 2, playing as the Kingdom of Georgia, and I have to be honest, it feels really good to be saying that again. It's been a long time since I've sat down and recorded anything on this series, so I'm glad to be getting back to it, but it has been such a long time that the game has changed. There are some subtle differences, which you might already be noticing if you're looking closely at the map. There are some unoccupied counties. And in fact, if we look over here, there are several unoccupied counties, and that is because Jade Dragon has been released in the time between the previous episode and now. It adds some, well, it adds a bunch of China, or Tibet, and Kyrgyzstan, Turkestan, whatever. So this is basically just going to get painted over by the game. It's going to kind of extrapolate who it thinks should own these provinces. I do not have the actual DLC, so I don't think I get access to any of the interesting features that let you interact with China, but that happened. There's all these provinces now. Maybe I will take them someday. Unlikely. But locally, you can see that there are some provinces that have been redrawn. This all used to be one province, I think. I had my eye set on it, so it's kind of disappointing. And also, our provinces are slightly different, especially down south. I think Vasbarakan was very large. I think that this was all Kurdistan, maybe. I'm not entirely sure, but there's just some subtle differences. I don't think we really lost much of anything, if anything at all, but just something that I felt like I should note. So that's different. I had to reassign all of my kids' guardians for some reason, so I've done that. I don't remember who had who, but we'll see what happens with that. I guess we'll find out who wins the educational trait lottery. But anyways, the most pressing issue that faces us right now is Azerbaijan. We just took all 4 counties of it. We cannot form the emirate yet because the actual emir of Azerbaijan is at war. So we have to wait until his faction, excuse me, is no longer at war. Once they peace out of this, they have 2 revolts, then, and as long as they don't get into another war, we'll be able to usurp that title. I don't intend on keeping any of these counties, and I've been spending a lot of time off screen trying to figure out who should get these, and it's been kind of a struggle because I don't really have any relatives that I can give it to. My sons aren't of age. I don't have any brothers who are unlanded or anything like that. You can see that Kaki has already got a county, and that's fine. I don't really feel like he needs anything else. You know, he's a solid, upstanding gentleman, but I don't feel like I need to help him out anymore. He's already got a claim on the kingdom, so, I don't really want to give him any more power. But my mind went in a couple of different directions, one of which was to award these counties to people with claims on counties that I am interested in, basically. So we'll be doing that for a couple of them, and then the other 2, I frankly think I just have to invite nobles using the intrigue event and just give them away to them. I don't really want to give anybody a whole lot of power, is the reason. I want these counties to be relatively... I want one county, excuse me, 1 county counts, and ideally just 1 or 2 county dukes, because that just makes things easier in the inevitable event of a revolt. So, I've decided on a couple of people who I'm going to be inviting to court, one of whom has a claim on this county, Arka, which is an amazing county. Look at that. So I'm going to go click on Arka, click on claimants, and this gentleman here, Adid, the Marshal of the Cameron Emirate. He's a great dude, and he's 47. I don't know if he has any kids, but I believe that his claims are all inheritable. So the guy that's going to be the Count of whatever over here will still possess that claim, which is nice. So I am going to invite him to court. That's 1. And then the second one is somebody who has a claim on this county here. Now, you might be kind of scratching your head here, but the reason is that this county is a part of the Duchy of Kiev. And the Duchy of Kiev includes the County of Kiev, which is a great county. It has 3 undeveloped holdings, but still, that's potential. So, and it also is the home county of the King of Ruthenia. I've been also kind of thinking about, well, let me actually save that for now. Let's invite I think his name is David, yes. David, excuse me. Let's invite him. And then for the other two, I'm going to invite nobles. Let's see how terrible they are. This guy's kind of garbage, but that's okay. We don't really want excellent counts here. I'm clicking the wrong buttons. Picking up on a long-standing effing controller tradition. Let's also invite another one. I think they were both named Vaktam. That's interesting. Yeah, terrible diplomacy, but that's kind of good for me in a way, because that means they're unlikely to be very successful at plotting against me, so that's good. Okay, so we have 2 people already in our court, and we have to wait for the other 2 to join us. The reason I want to wait a little bit on them, too, is I have to convert them to Orthodoxy. That would be kind of bad to give a couple of Catholic lords some lands over here. They will have to work on converting the local populace, too, so it's going to be an interesting situation for them. Expansion. That's what I was going to talk about earlier. I think that the redrawing of the borders has resulted in some counties that I was kind of targeting, specifically ones that were in possession of the Gefurids. Those are no longer really there so much. I think that a lot of it was right here. I just feel like the borders are much different in this area, so I don't really know where I'm going to expand there. The only real viable option is the Mongols, and we all know that that is just not a great idea. So I'm looking a little bit more north, I'm looking a little bit more west, and I did, of course, pick up a couple people with county claims that, one of which is the Byzantines. I don't know that I'm necessarily ever going to be able to press that, but it's worth having. Ruthenia, though, is looking very, very desirable. It's pretty small. It's much smaller than me at this point. The counties aren't spectacular. They are underdeveloped, so they have potential, but there's, to be frank with you, not a ton of game left in order for us to really get these all situated. But with that said, it doesn't hurt. I mean, it's land. I want land. I'm just kind of land crazy. So we're going to try to take this county at some point. The Byzantines, though, they're just still really massive. They have a huge levy. They're just ridiculous. So barring some kind of revolt, they're kind of... This is kind of just a pipe dream, to be frank. But, hey, the guy that has the claim on this county is pretty amazing. So I don't really feel too bad about that. So, Hungary is also an option. Hungary is in pretty good shape. They are... I believe, smaller than us. Yeah, I think I have like a 23... Oh, 29. Wow. So, yeah, I'm a lot better than most of the immediate neighbors other than the Byzantines and the Mongols, which are notable exceptions. So, yeah, I think that our kind of arc of empire is going to go this way. That's kind of the idea. We'll see what happens. I have no idea. That's kind of the nature of the game. Meanwhile, by the way, the Duke of Azov is trying to take this county. Cumania is going to get gobbled up in the very near future, whether by us or by the Mongols or by the Ruthenians. It's going to go away. So I will help them out as I can. I can join this war if I want, but there's frankly no reason. I think he's actually going to be able to take them out pretty handily himself. If that looks like that's going to change, though, I will help him out because... it's more land. It's more Georgian land. There are some obnoxious things, too, here in the Crimea. I can actually... I thought about bringing people to court that have claims on these counties, but that's actually not necessary because, for starters, I think I can press a ducal claim on Cherson. Let me see if that's true. Yeah, because we have a Duke of Cherson. Am I the Duke of Cherson? Yeah, sure, I am. Which makes only a little bit of sense, because I do have a county here, but I don't intend to keep that forever. So, that's a thing I can do, though. I can press that claim there. And then, this actual province of, or county of Crimea, we can form the Duchy of Crimea and then press a claim on it. Again, the Byzantines, though, are huge, and I don't really feel like they're a viable option for expansion. Once we get some more Ruthenian territory and possibly Hungarian territory, that may change. So it's kind of the briefing for the years ahead. I don't know how things are going to go, obviously, but I think I've got a pretty it's a good basic strategy setup. So let's go ahead and get started. The game is, as I said, going to just decide on who gets these provinces, and there we go. So a big chunk of it went to the Pratihara Revolt. Some of it is independent, Kashgar and Khotan. There's a Khotan Revolt, which, who are they revolting against? I don't know. Not going to worry about it. But Pratihara and Ajatashatru really came out well with that. So, and the Mongols took a little bit too, I think. Okay, so the game is afoot, as it were. I need to go ahead and give away a couple of these counties. I want to give that really good genius guy, Shirvan, because I think that's the best province, and I feel like he's a good egg. But we'll give these two counties to the two courtlings that I've got kicking around. I do have other people in my court, but they're really, really bad. Like, I feel embarrassed to even give them those counties, so I'm not going to. That's for you. And this is the other Vaktang. He gets Shimaka. Alright. So that's that. And that brings me down to 10. I have to wait for the other two gentlemen to join me, and meanwhile, mankind is unlovable. That sucks. Charitable isn't the worst trait to lose, although it is actually a diplomacy +3. Well, we go down to 35 then. That's a shame. So, okay, we're going to be over our domain size for a little bit. Is he with me now? And he's with me now. Okay. So let's play through a little bit. Okay. I'm going to demand a religious conversion from him, and if that other dude doesn't convert, then that'll be a problem, but we'll burn that bridge when we get to it. Where did he go? Where is he? David. Dave. I certainly scrolled right by him. Dave. Come on, Dave. David? Well, what? I guess I can look it up by claimants on this county. That's a bit silly. Where is he? He's in court. Okay, whatever. And now he's Orthodox. Okay, now we need to wait for them to accept. Okay, there we go. So now you get the title of... not Shirvan. Azerbaijan. Why not? Okay. And finally, Hadid gets... there we go. Shirvan. And I'll probably make Hadid the Duke of Azerbaijan. I mean, you know, might as well. Okay, so that's going to help a lot of things. That's going to help our income. That's going to help just, you know... oh, you know what? He needs to be given... somebody actually left me a comment about this. I think that those counties, they're still my vassals. Or these holdings are still my vassals. Because I still have 28. What's going on there? Maybe I'm wrong. I'm probably wrong. I had a vassal count of 24 before, I think. So that kind of makes sense. What'll happen though is I'll make the duchy once the emirate here ends up no longer being at war, and then I can reduce this a little. So that's good. I find it curious that the Orthodox priests are constantly pestering Basilisa Baya. That's a tough one. She's my sister cousin. Sure, why not? And she's married to the Basilius. You be friends. Okay, fine, great. I'm destroy. I thought that was for my daughter. That's not a good option. Let's assign a guardian to you, and you can hear the heater going in the background. The heat is on. Sure. The smallest spider makes my son Mamiya squeal and run for cover. Well, fear's the mind killer. I want you to be brave. Well, he got rid of Craven. That's fine. Not really sure which of my twin boys is going to be the heir. but hopefully... Well, I don't remember if any of my other... I have a daughter who's a genius, that's right, yes. But none of my sons are geniuses, which is a shame. Exarchus Gulisa, who is my kinswoman married to the Exarch of Jerusalem. We got a lot of marriages in the Empire. I forgot about it. Yeah, let's be friends. Okay. I don't, frankly, know a lot about what Jade Dragon does. I know, like I said, it has some interactivity with China, but I don't know what that does. So I'm not going to worry about it too much. But hey, we're going to party with our friend Duke Mj. Okay. Neat. Let's take a look at our factions that are going against us. They are teeny tiny. And this chap is leading 2 of them, so you've won the Georgian lottery. There they go. Okay. And you are leading 2 of them, too. Guess what? Alright. Handled. And we're going to party. And this gives us a chance of losing stressed, which would be really, really nice. I hope that happens. And I'm going to hopefully be friends with somebody. Very, very nice. Oh, yes, we get to play Warhammer 40k, but I lost. So that's a shame. Oh, my rival, the Duchess of Agbania. Oh, that's my friend's wife. Well, that was awkward. Please lose stressed. Please lose it. Please lose it. Ah. Several vicious rumors have been circulating about me with a lot of effort. I finally managed to trace them back to Duke Luarsab of Alania. Your hunting dog needs proper training if he is to perform well during hunts. I could just gain prestige, which actually isn't a bad idea. But then what? I don't really need to work on my traits. I'm just going to go for the prestige. There are reasons that I need to get prestige, so we're just going to work on that. Invite to plot. What are we doing? Well... You're terrible, but this guy's a dick, so... I don't know. And Vasparakan is Orthodox. That's really wonderful news. I forgot about that whole issue of there being a lot of negative religious issues going on in my kingdom. A lot of people of different faiths. Shame on them for believing in a different god. But that's Crusader Kings. You can't have that. So, let's see. Who's got the worst revolt risk? Is that normal? What's going on here? I wonder if I have diminished that through tech. I don't know. But that's odd to me. I think that I still have a chance of having religious uprisings, but that's interesting that there's just no revolt risk. There was a recent... Oh, okay, so there was a recent crushed revolt. Alright. Alright. Let's, well, let's just do it in our own territory, then. Come on over. Although I should get rid of that heretical, faction there, but that's okay. Okay. This is one thing I have noticed. I did... like briefly just kind of do a quick run through to see what has changed and like to remember if I could even play, and I don't like this. I don't care about all of my vassals' various alliances with each other. I mean, I care in a certain sense, but I don't care to be notified every time. I think that that's probably something I can change, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. Yeah, well, I am threatening, and I don't plan to go to war anytime soon. Unless it's to help this dude. Are we... Yeah, he's doing good. He's about to win that. How's everybody else? The Mongols are still huge. Yeah, be temperate. Sure. A little worried about the succession. Not really eager. Wow. We are not good at intrigue here in Georgia. I apparently have him leading an army. Yeah. There we go. I would like you to just do the standard thing. There we go. The Byzantines have a small revolt going, but that's not going to... Well, it might last a little while. Let's see. Where's the weak claims thing? Neither of those are very interesting. One is in Hungary, one is... Well, Sarkle is possibly interesting. Can I even do that right now? Well, it's telling me I can do that. What am I talking about? Sarkle, I thought... What are we talking about here? Oh, it's already under occupation, so... Yeah, that's not a good idea. Well, alliance with the Count of Vasparakan is a little bit worrisome because he owns a county that I want to take. Oh, cool. Maybe we'll have a genius. And there you go. So that's been taken care of. This is my genius daughter, who I don't remember who was educating her. Have her mom do it. Her mom's pretty awesome. Okay, we're making a pretty astounding amount of money. Let's see if I can invest that in anything. I think I'm just going to do that. So that'll give us more money. More money, more problems. Oh. Hey, look at that. Now, trying to do math. Indeed, I can add... that's spectacular. We just got 2 more Cataphract retinues. That's really, really good. Costs a little bit of money, and that's going to hurt our income for a little while, but... Oh, excellent. Please, I hope we have a good party. I've got my eye on this. Don't worry about it. I will possibly be creating some stuff here in the future, but I'm not ready to do it just yet. Damn it. Look at all the kids we've had, and none of them... Well, one of them is a genius. It's just not very good odds. What's going on here? Is this... Oh... Playing for money. It's interesting that it says that, and I didn't lose any money. Alright. Damn it. God, odds are really not working out for me. It really wants Gulchara here to educate my kids. Who is she even? Who cares? I'm gonna have... We don't have people in our kingdom that are good at intrigue, and this is my fault because I haven't really fostered, haven't really brought a lot of people into the kingdom that have good intrigue and have intrigue-based education. It's kind of an interesting phenomenon, how, you know, how that plays out. Like, I've ignored that, not really intentionally, but I've ignored it, and that has created a cultural problem amongst the nobility of Georgia. They're not good at intrigue. It's something I find fascinating. My son is not exerting himself. Oh, you get to it. Well, he lost Slothful. That counts. That's good. And we get tech points. Let's look at tech. We haven't done that yet. There's really not a whole lot that I'm super excited about. Majesty, I'm going to go ahead and dump something into. Just because it doesn't hurt and people are trying to kill me. Okay, great. That's reduction in short reign years and prestige increase is actually good. I should have been looking at that again. I think that that may have changed a little since Jade Dragon. I feel like that bonus for increasing majesty is pretty sizable. This is my daughter. She's a genius. She's Midas touched. Who is she gonna marry? The King of Lithuania, Kettle. No, thank you. How about... Oh! Well, the reason I was doing that is because I was like, it'd be nice to have a possible alliance with Germany so I can deal with Hungary. But there you go. How about Rus? Well, they've got all daughters, and the heir is some old fuck who has daughters and is already married. Okay, well, let's just let her hang out for a little bit. How's this Cilicia thing going? The Jerusalemite claim on Cilicia. He's winning that, okay. Fascinating. I really, really need to lose stressed. It's kind of bothering me. Oh, thank God. Okay. That's a wonderful, wonderful thing to have happen. Right on cue. And looking at the time, that might be a good moment to end the video. I feel like that was a good little reintroduction to the game. I feel like things are going well for us here in the kingdom. We didn't do much of anything, to be frank, but we're consolidating. We're just working away. And I really would like to usurp this county. God damn it. Too bad. All right, well, like I said, good to get back into this, and I'll be keeping things up in the next video. I'll see you then.